Hi everyone, this is Ahmed Kremli and welcome to Be Efficient TV. The mission of this web TV show is to boost the efficiency of your business and life with tips and tricks from leading experts. And today we are recording a special series with the public, with the Speak in Dubai, with the experts of Speak in Dubai. And today I have with me Mitch Carson. He's a public speaking and branding expert. Welcome to the show, Mitch.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure. How did you start in the public speaking space?
I was actually in manufacturing years ago, plastics manufacturing, household items, and there was a product that was brought to me by a customer who needed us to manufacture his injection molded product and said, I need this done. We had distribution with some of our own proprietary products, our own line of housewares, and we used to manufacture for others. And he asked, can you help me market this through your distribution? Well, the product needed demonstration in order to make the marketplace understand it. And the perfect vehicle for that was Home Shopping Network, or one of the live demonstration television channels that took place in the United States. There was QVC and Home Shopping Network. And I knew nothing about it, other than I knew it needed to be demonstrated. And you know, the old expression, I just jumped both feet into the water, didn't know how to swim, but I survived. So I negotiated to get on Home Shopping Network, and all of a sudden I was selling products all the time at Home Shopping Network. It just parlayed into one product after the next, after the next. So I went from, I never went to Toastmasters, I didn't go to any speaking coach, I just jumped right in and learned the hard way. It's like I went right into the battlefield armed with a stick, not even a knife or a gun. I mean, I was right in the thick of it.
Why someone should become a public speaker?
Well, in my case, it was because I had a product, and it was because of commerce. The other ways that people get into public speaking, and you know what I found, Ahmed, was that I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It invigorated me. When like the light switch turned on, I got excited about my passion of selling other people's products, selling my own products later, and being able to communicate people. Like right now we're one-to-one, but out there it's one-to-many. And public speaking enables people to extend their message to multiple people at the same time. That's the beauty of public speaking.
What do you think it takes to become a public speaker?
A few things. First, I would say, is a super strong desire, because psychologists have found the number one fear of man worldwide is public speaking, more so than drowning or burning or anything else. You have to have a strong sense of self, a confidence that exists. Second, I would have to say, is you have to communicate clearly. You have to have a voice that could be understood. You have to know how to modulate your voice to be interesting. Third thing I would have to say is a super good product that people want to listen to. Is it a product? Is it a service? It is a message that people want to listen to. For example, you're featuring all these experts. Your audience wants to listen to these people because they have great points. It's got to be valuable. If I'm talking about knitting from a man of my age, this isn't what be interested to your audience. That's why I asked in the beginning, I said, who's your demographic? Who's your target market? So you've got to have a message to market match in order to be successful.
How long usually it takes in your program, Speak in Dubai and Speak in the rest of the countries, for someone from scratch to become a public speaker?
Great question, and I believe the answer to that is as fast as they allow themselves to be taught. As fast as they allow themselves to be taught. Because if someone has a burning passion, you can get there very quickly. For example, for years I owned a martial arts school, and people would come in to me and ask me the question, how long will it take me to get to a black belt? Because that's the goal. It ultimately is, okay, I want to become a black belt. Everybody wants that. 1 in 2,000 becomes a black belt, takes the steps necessary, goes through all the process to wait 5 years. That's about how long it takes to become a black belt. Now, does it take that long to be a black belt speaker? Absolutely not. Can it? Sure. if you go the slow route. If you go the fast route, that's why I created the Speak in Dubai program, the Speakers Travel Club, where we take want-to-be speakers or seasoned speakers and give them guaranteed stages so they can practice and refine their craft to become experts in front of live audiences.
What are the types of speeches?
Well, it ranges from health. People talk passionately about health. I would say there are evergreen categories that will never tire in the minds and hearts and desires of people. Weight loss is forever there. People are always looking for the quick fix pill. What is it that's going to make me look great and have a six-pack in 10 days? What is it that's going to make me look buff so I can attract the opposite sex so well? I'm going to have this sexy physique. Those are common areas. People are always interested in making money. How do I make money quickly? Either online, is it through trading Forex? Is it through real estate? Those are all evergreen categories that people buy. People buy information. How is it that I train my dog better? Believe it or not, it's a huge niche. You know.
What are the categories of speeches, like keynotes, training?
Yeah, there are three categories that I would identify, and this is what's important. Number one is the easiest category is training people. For example, you're now a successful show host. If you wanted to create a course training people how to become a show host, you're already a subject matter expert because you've done it. You've successfully had, as I asked you, over 90 episodes you've conducted. So you could teach that in a training format. Let's say if you wanted to put on a one-day training on teaching people how do you put together a successful web TV show. You have to have the right cameras, you have to have the right audio, you have to have the right audience, you have to have the right audio. All of these elements are critical to crafting and creating a great show that gets following. You have to have marketing, all those elements. You could put that together quite easily as a trainer. Secondly, and that involves interaction. And then the keynote speaker is probably someone that makes a little bit more money than the trainer. And the keynote speaker has to be well rehearsed, and it's usually 60 to 90 minutes of content. No interaction with the crowd unless they're foolish. They haven't learned that lesson. You've got to deliver your lecturing, essentially. And then the hardest category, by far, is the pitchman. And that was the one I started at first. I didn't elevate going through trainer to keynote to pitchman. I went right to pitchman, fell face down.
Selling from stage.
Selling from stage. Selling from stages, selling on TV. I went to the extreme. Selling on stage is difficult. The hardest is selling to a live audience, live TV, when I had 5 million viewers watching me, and I couldn't make a mistake. There is no redo. That was the hardest. I went immediately to the hardest. Yeah, I went right to Harvard instantly from grade school. And it was challenging, you know, so I have been a pitchman on live stages now for over 20 years. And I've learned a lot. It's like trial by fire, but you make the most money. A pitchman can make the most money in 90 minutes. It's not uncommon to make 50,000, 100,000. You know, I've had multiple six-figure days, and it's quite gratifying when that happens.
Thank you so much for the valuable information. How people can reach you?
They can go to mitchcarson.com. That's www.mitchcarson, mitchcarson.com.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Mitch.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Be efficient and stay efficient, and see you soon with another leading expert.